Hi, how's everybody doing? My name is Justin Wilson, and I'll be doing my quality of character presentation on brotherhood and comradeship. Just to introduce brotherhood a little bit, we'll be talking about what brotherhood and comradeship is, why they're both important, and how we can apply them to coaching and athletics. Brotherhood, the definition of brotherhood is the relationship between brothers, and also an association, society, or community of people linked by a common interest, religion, or trade. The definition of comradeship is the company and friendship of others with common aims. You can see the similarities. They're both basically the same thing. Um, so some examples that I have of brotherhood and comradeship are sports teams and the military. I have personal experiences with sports teams, being that I played, sports my whole life, and even at the professional level. Um, you know, Brotherhood is big, 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 big. You can really tell the difference between a team that's good and bad. If you're in a locker room, you can really tell a team that they get along, and everybody's close and tight, and even off the field they hang together. They're like family. You can tell that those are usually the good teams. The bad teams, everybody does their own thing, and nobody really gets along too well. Um, so those are two examples of brotherhood and comradeships, sports and military. Two more examples are fraternities and the police force. I have personal experiences also with the fraternities, being that I went to an HBCU, university, and that was big. HBCU fraternities were, like second nature. They were like the staple of being at HBCU. You see, all the fraternities all around campus, and step shows and stuff like that. But even all when you just see them out and about, they're close, they're tight knit, really really tight group of people, and they do everything together. You can definitely tell there's a brotherhood, when it comes to fraternities and a comradeship. Why is brotherhood and comradeship important? So I think they're both important because it creates an environment of trust and accountability, within a group. So you can always count on your teammates, to be there on and off the field. On the field, you can count on them to be where they need to be. Off the field, if anything happens, if you're going through a rough patch or you just need somebody to talk to, your friends or your teammates will be there for you. It also builds a bond so strong that teammates will fight to the end for one another. When it comes to sports and competing, you need somebody that's going to be there to fight to the end. Fight till the clock stops. To all four quarters until the clock stops. You need that when it comes to trying to have a winning team or organization. Also, teammates will be willing to sacrifice for one another. You have to be willing to sacrifice for your teammate, or anybody in an organization that you really take dear to heart. You have to be willing to sacrifice. Because at the end of the day, if we all sacrifice, when it's our time, then it'll be better for the group as a whole. It also creates, like I talked about earlier, people that I'm still cool with, till this day. It creates lifelong relationships and friendships. I have people, like I said, to this day that I've been friends with for years, and we haven't played together for a while, but we're still best friends because just that bond we built while we played together, while we are on that team that we were on, and then also it gives you a feeling of family. Brotherhood and coaching. I feel it helps create a community and family for your team, which makes them a lot tighter, and also when as a coach it's already hard to try to get everybody to buy in, just to buy into what you're trying to teach them, or the type of team you're trying to build. So I definitely think brotherhood is big for coaching because it'll help the team buy into what you're trying to do, and the rules and everything. And when they do that, ultimately, your team will play harder for you. You know, when they feel that you really care about them, and you're really, you know, have their best interests at heart, they'll definitely play harder for you. And an example I have is my high school coach, my high school basketball coach specifically. He really, 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 drilled, brotherhood, and I'm my, brother's keeper into us, and it showed because, we were so close on and off the field that on off the court. I'm sorry, on off the court that, even when, we weren't playing basketball, we were hanging out together. We were, going over each other's houses, doing homework, whatever. Like, it was just a bond that we had, and you can tell because all through high school, in the regular season for basketball, only lost 3 basketball games in a regular season. And we were so good that, and so close that we everybody what knew what everybody was doing, and nobody tried to step on anybody's toes. We just got the job done, and we won a lot of games. So that's just in my personal example of, brotherhood and culture. A biblical quote that I have that I felt, had to do, a lot with brotherhood is one that says, "For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Again, if two lie together, they keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. A threefold card is not quickly broken." Another quote that I found was, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." And that says a lot too, because we have a lot of friends that we might think you know are your brother or your family, but in all reality, when it comes down to it, and your real brothers are the ones that are around when you're going through a tough time and you need help with something. The ones that are there that you know when everything's good, and the ones that are there when everything's bad. Those are that's how you can separate who your brothers are. Um, and a saying that I live by, and I even have it tattooed on me, is, "I am my brother's keeper." I take that very to heart because I have a small group of friends, but I love them like they're my blood, and I take it. I'm willing to do anything for them, just like they're willing to do anything for me, and we have that bond to where we that's not even anything that has to be said. It's just known that that's what it is, and how we go about everything. Also, another saying that I liked is, "If one fails, we all fail." And that's big because it says a lot about, yourself. Person that's selfless, isn't all about their self, and they know that, it's all about the team. So unless we're all crossing that line, we're not going to cross until we get everybody, through that line together, and that's big for a team because you need you need people that are gonna willing to sacrifice their wins just so the team can get a win. It's all good when you get individual wins, but when the team wins as a whole, it's even better. And that's just what that saying is talking about. So in conclusion, I like to say that brotherhood leads to great team bonding, trust and loyalty. Also, teams and organizations that have a great brotherhood and comradeship have a much better chance at being successful in the long run. And I know that personally through my experiences through sport and other things. That the team that are closer and more tight knit, always go further. Also, brotherhood creates a family slash community for those involved. It can sometimes be the only source of that feeling that people get, so it makes it that much more important to them. So people really take brotherhood serious because sometimes people don't get that at home. So when they're with that group of people or that organization, that team, that's their brotherhood. You know, that's their family almost. You know, so they take it to heart, and they really 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 believe in it, and put their all into it. So that's what, in general, that's my conclusion on brotherhood. And I thank you guys for listening to me today, and I hope you guys have a great day.